Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm doing the part 2 and probably part 3 of the video that I did for you guys the other day. The update, the Phoenix Rising from the Ashes video about where I've been for the past 4 months. I asked you guys to leave me questions if you had them in the comments below, and you guys left me so many questions. So I have now officially read every comment on the video as of last night, and I'm going to answer all of the questions. So I've kind of pared them down as much as possible because there were so many questions that I would be here for like 3 years if I were to answer every single one. So I think that I've pared it down in a way that I can answer every single one while answering, you know, we're gonna get to it. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna answer all your questions. So, what was that accent? I don't even know. Okay, so number one, am I still gonna be making videos? Do I have a schedule? Is there gonna be Fear the Holy Grail? Let's just knock these out real quick. Yes, I'm still making videos. Were I not, I'm around. Fear the Holy Grail is coming back, absolutely. It will be happening soon. Just keep an eye out. I'll keep you guys updated on Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram and all that stuff about that as well. And am I planning a schedule? At this point, I don't have a schedule. My goal is to get back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday like I used to do, but for right now, everything is a little bit fluid for me because I'm still trying to get back, and as you can see, there's a lot of chaos. I'm moving today and tomorrow, and it's a thing. What a nice segue. The questions of, am I keeping the apartment? Who's getting the apartment? Can I afford to still live in New York City? Stuff like that. I am not staying in this apartment. I'm moving right now, actually. I have a new place still in Queens. You guys will get another apartment tour. As you may have noticed, I took down the last apartment tour because it kind of happened when all of my chaos started. I'm gonna repost that either today or over the next couple days so you guys can watch that if you want to, if you haven't seen it already, of this apartment tour. So that's gonna go back up, and I will probably do another one for the new apartment. I know, I move a lot, but for now, we are not keeping the apartment. We're, you know, gonna be living separately for now, and yes, so I will be living on my own with a roommate, and I'll bring in more details about that as we get into future videos. So yes. Next question, where's Troy? Troy, my cat, if you don't know, is still fine. He's fine. He's just not with me anymore because of the life change and having to move and all of that. I don't currently have him in my care. I have him staying with someone who is taking care of him right now, and I am potentially looking for a new loving home for him as well. So that's gonna be happening. Nothing with Troy is set in stone right now, but for now he is not with me, unfortunately. So yes. All right, can we have a preview of what's to come, or is that fluid? That right now is fluid. I am still not totally sure exactly where I want to go with this. There's a lot of stuff that I want to cover that I talked about in my last video, but I just don't have a real plan on everything yet, or like a real defined vision of it. So I'm still working on defining that vision, and once I know more, we'll talk about that more. But for now, it's just fluid. I'm just kind of going with it, and I'm gonna see where it takes us. So I'm happy you guys are on the journey with me to find out where that goes. Okay, so the next set of questions, I had a lot of questions about a jet and our split and all of that stuff. Right now, where I'm at, I'm not in a place where I'm comfortable answering those questions. Unfortunately, I just, messy. Messy meaning my own emotions, not messy meaning us. To answer some of your questions vaguely, we are still on speaking terms. We're great, we're very civil. Everything is totally fine between us, and we are talking. I just ask, guys, don't read too much into that. Don't assume things about my relationship. There were a lot of people assuming things about the relationship in the comments in that video, and it's just one of those things that's really super personal, and I try to be really open with you guys about that, and I let you guys in on my life in a lot of aspects, but in this one, I just need you guys to be okay not really knowing what's going on with stuff, because I don't really know what's going on with stuff, and it's one of those super private things. So for now, I'm gonna keep that under wraps, and when I am ready to talk about that, I will update you guys. But until then, let's just let it be a gray area. It is my personal relationship, and therefore I'm okay asking you guys to just let me have that one thing, you know? I know you guys are okay with that too. So I'm happy that we're all okay. All right, next up, will YouTube continue to be my full-time job, or will I get another more traditional job to support myself financially? I don't know. I don't feel like I really talk with you guys about my finances. I don't know. Basically, after taking a lot of time off and going on this journey. I've pretty much drained my finances, to be completely honest with you guys, and right now I have to kind of rebuild my whole financial life. So I'm hoping that YouTube picks up again in a way that can support me financially, because this is my passion and this is what I would like to do with my full-time self. I would like to be able to give you guys all of my time and be able to continue to post super often, and that's definitely my goal. But for right now, YouTube is not bringing in enough money for me to live off of, because I've been gone for so long and because I'm not posting the videos that I used to, you know, so consistently. So I'm going to do my best to build that up, you know, A, because I want to be here, but also because financially it's awesome to be able to live off YouTube. So with that said, I do currently have to get other jobs, and I am working other jobs as well. So if I am here less often or less frequently, then that would be why. I have to be able to, you know, pay my rent and all that stuff. I am considering other revenue streams as well. I'll keep you updated on all that stuff as we go along, but for now, like, don't worry, this is not a thing. I am not asking you guys for money or anything. This is just me trying to be open, but it feels weird to talk about money with you guys because that's just not really something that we do. So for now, I'm staying here, just don't worry. Financially, I'm gonna just make it work. I am staying in New York, come hell or high water. This is my muse, this place, this city is my muse, and I will do whatever it takes to stay here and continue to create videos for you guys from New York City. That is my goal. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so for a few of the quick questions that I can just kind of like rattle off real quick. How old am I? I'm 25. What is the nail polish on my nails currently? It is called No More Film by Essie, and I'm really into it right now. I'm probably gonna repaint it because it's chipping. Will I do more clothing hauls? Yes, Stitch Fix is coming back. Do not worry, it is my favorite as well. Are there still Ellko shirts? No, the company that I had them with before kind of like didn't work out, so I have to make new shirts and I have to look into that. That's like some research I have to do and some design and stuff. So as soon as I have new Ellko shirts, I will absolutely let you guys know. With that said, my P.O. box is currently completely down. I have to go to the post office and get that fixed up. If you guys sent me any mail recently and it got sent back to you, I apologize. I'm so sorry. I really have to get all of that in order, and then as soon as I have any of that, that'll be done too. I'm obviously gonna have to end up making another updates video to answer these questions when I have the answers. So just stay tuned for that kind of stuff. If you guys see update videos and you want to know about things like this, just make sure that you stay tuned for that video whenever that comes out next. So I'm gonna make notes to re-answer these questions when I have answers. So moving on. Okay, so I got a bunch of questions about my hair also from my last video. Sorry, is this weird? I have a list and a pen, so that's what is happening in my hands, by the way. So I had a lot of questions about my hair in my last video. That, I'm really happy you guys like it so much, is one of my favorite ways to wear my hair. You guys asked me how I get my hair so long. I don't wash it as much as a lot of people do. I tend to wash it once or twice a week at most. No, like twice a week at most. I don't know. My scalp is really dry because psoriasis, and personally for me, I feel like my scalp does better when I wash it less. I've heard that makes your hair grow faster because natural oils and growth and all that stuff, so I don't have any scientific data behind that, but that's all I can really tell you as far as that. I just really try to use good quality shampoos with not sulfates, and it just, I don't know, my hair grows fast, which is both a blessing and a curse. So yes, that is how I do that. As far as how I did my hair for the last video, that is just sleeping in braids. I have a video on how to do the braids. I will leave that in the description, and I'm gonna leave a bunch of useful stuff in the description for you guys, so make sure you check that out, as well as the cards. And yeah, so I just slept in the braids, and then I take it out in the morning. And I usually scrunch some sea salt spray in it just to give it like a little bit of hold, because most sea salt sprays have some light like hairspray stuff in it. So okay, another question, what do you eat in a day now? Right now my life is crazy, so I pretty much just eat what I need to eat to get through the day, which is not the healthy way to do things, but it's just, you know, I try to make sure I eat enough calories, I try to make sure I eat enough meals, and I drink all of the water. I am literally water all day. And I would love to make another what I eat in a day video for you guys when my life calms down a bit and I get back into a routine. Right now, it just doesn't make sense for me to do that because everything's changing. So I will definitely get another what I eat in a day video up at some point soon so that you guys can have a legitimate answer to that question. Okay, next question. How do I love myself? You know, if I'm plus size or if I'm not plus size or any of those things, how do I love myself in general? I have a video on how to build your confidence, and I have a bunch of videos on self-love. I'm gonna leave links to that stuff in the description. I would definitely will be making more of that stuff. more of that kind of stuff, more videos about self-love. I still right now I'm trying to teach that to myself as I'm going through such a big change. So for now, I'm gonna just give you guys what I've already made, and then in the future, I'll continue making stuff which will hopefully add to that as well. All right, so places to research how to deal with anxiety. I don't actually have a good answer for this. If I were gonna give you an answer to this, I would just be Googling it and then finding ones that I thought were good. In the interest of getting this video out to you guys quickly, I'm gonna just be super straight up with you. I just Google things. I Google things, and I personally try to see if the stuff that I find applies to me or not. I have been seeing a therapist for the longest, so that's kind of where I get my information on how to deal with that stuff, coping mechanisms and stuff like that. I tend to get from therapy. I recommend therapy for anyone who's struggling with depression, anxiety, or other mental issues. It's absolutely helpful, even if you just are depressed sometimes or you're anxious sometimes. It's just nice to talk to someone, especially someone who knows exactly how to help you. So I recommend therapy, especially if you have insurance. Definitely seek out a therapist, because that's really, really helpful. So that's what I'm gonna recommend. Besides that, Googling, and then obviously just be cautious with the internet and what you read, because you just wanna be really cognizant of whether or not what you're reading is actually gonna be helpful, or if it's just like stupid internet mumbo jumbo. So moving on. Another question was, can I give you more tips for dealing with depression and anxiety? With that said, I feel like distraction is one of the things that I do the most when I'm really struggling. When I'm stuck in a rut or something like that, I will definitely force myself to do something that makes me not think about it, which is so hard. I know it is so hard. Like, I really feel you. But to get outside, I really like to go on walks. I'm a big music person, so I'll put in my headphones and just jam and walk, or go somewhere. Like, it doesn't matter where you go, or if you go nowhere. But my biggest thing, I like to get out in the sunlight. That's number one. And I like to listen to music. Maybe that's number one. They're both number one. I like to listen to music the most. That is the best way for me to, as I call it, resort my brain when I'm feeling like poo. So definitely music and sunlight. Walking, exercise is always really good because it forces your body to release endorphins, which will make you feel a little bit better. So just try to do those things that are healthy. Try to distract yourself, and just believe that it will get better, because it always does. It has to. So it will get better. And with that said, I'm gonna make more videos on all this stuff also. More videos on all the things. Okay, I think this is a good time to end this one and start part 2. I've got a bunch of questions about the weight loss stuff and other things coming up, as well as my journey and all of those things. And I'm trying to do this in an order, but it's like kind of all over the place as usual. So for now, let's go ahead and cut this one and head over to part 2. Or is that part 3? Either way, the next video after this.